And Chad Wolf is joining us now. He's the former acting DHS secretary. Chad, don't we need a border wall to stop the fentanyl surge? Wouldn't that do it? I mean, we're all looking for ways of stopping this dreadful killer surge. I put it to you, a wall is the best and, frankly, the only way.
Well, physical infrastructure along that border we know works. And all you have to do is look at the history, look at the data, and look at the facts. It does work. It helps secure that border. This whole idea that the left is pushing that we're only picking up fentanyl coming between ports of entry, we're only picking it up there because that's the only place we're catching it. What we do know is that the cartels love to surge large bodies, large population of migrants over the border, so that Border Patrol resources surge to that area so that they can then smuggle illegal narcotics across the border in other areas of the desert and along that river. We know this. This is proven fact. The law enforcement agents, the Border Patrol agents know this. The fact that the Biden administration continues to not say this, to not tell the American people the truth, is doing a disservice.
Yesterday, we had a former drug czar, Bill Bennett, on the show talking about the fentanyl surge. He thinks we should use the military to go after the cartel leaders. Watch this, please, Chad. Roll it.
Declare them foreign terrorist organizations. That allows the government to go after them wherever they are. We know how to do these things. We have done these things before. It's just an act of will. Once we declare them what they are, we will then know how to act, just like we took out the guy in the Middle East.
Well, that's very strong stuff. Chad, what do you say? Should we send the military after these guys?
Well, I think we're slowly approaching that space. Look, we know that the cartels are very dangerous individuals and organizations. This idea that you can divorce what's going on with the illegal narcotics and the fentanyl from the human trafficking at the border is silly. The fact that the Biden administration, through their policies, have encouraged more human trafficking and more individuals coming across that border illegally over the past 2 years than any time in our history. All of that money, every individual that crosses the border is paying cartel members. All of that money is going back into their illegal narcotics trade. And so this administration is funding the cartels to continue to peddle fentanyl across the border. Yeah. Until we get serious or change our policies and or go after the cartels, none of this is going to change.
We know who runs the cartels, don't we? I mean, you're a former acting DHS guy. I mean, we know who they are, don't we?
We do. We have intelligence to know the individuals that are responsible for each. There's about 4 or 5 different cartels along that northern border. We have some idea of who they are. It just takes the political will, right? Obviously, they're operating in a foreign country, in Mexico in this case. And so it becomes difficult because you want a liaison with the Mexican government, but we know that there are elements of that government that are also compromised. And so it becomes a little more difficult, but it takes leadership, it takes will, it takes the ability to spend time and energy and resources on this. This is why during the Trump administration, Secretary Pompeo spent time on this. I spent a considerable amount of time on this, and other elements of the administration spent a considerable amount of time on this. You just don't see that happening right now with the Biden folks.
I'd like to go get them. Chad Wolf, thank you very much for joining us, sir. Always appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.